that a lot of people, in fact, majority of people, do not live their God-given lives, do not fulfill their potentials, do not achieve the purposes for why God has sent them to the world. Because you are not here by mistake. You are not here for yourself, by yourself. You are not here because two human beings came together to give birth to you. You are here because God sent you here. And you have a purpose. And you have a purpose that you must fulfill. And that purpose is not just for you, even though there are diverse means of you realizing that purpose. But it is not just for you. But before we go right into it, do not be too small in your own eyes. So someone is asking, what does that mean? What does it mean to say, do not be too small in my own eyes? The reason you most likely have not achieved that goal, that vision, that dream, that purpose is because maybe somewhere in your heart, you don't think you can do it. Maybe somewhere in your heart, you do not believe in yourself enough to go for it. So people would say, write down your goals, pursue them, blah, 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 aspire to Maguire so you can refine and whatever. But you see a whole lot of them, a whole lot of people who do these things, do not still achieve these things. Because there is a difference, a disparity between what you believe in your heart and what you are saying with your mouth, and then what you go and do in your actions. So this morning, I'm encouraging you, even before we dive into it, that do not be too small in your own eyes. I see someone is trying to call us. The number once again is 0700 903 903 903. And if you want to share with us this morning your experience, how you think you have, by your own hands, swept yourself out of blessings that God may have put in place for you because you did not think you were good enough, because you did not think you were qualified enough, because you thought that other people deserve blessings, deserve to be rich, deserve to be married, deserve, and you do not deserve all these things. I want you to share your story this morning. I want you to share your story. Let's read a story. Let's read a story. And this is the popular story of how Moses sent people to check out a place that God has prepared for them, and they came back giving different reports. That can be found in the book of Numbers chapter 13, right from verse 1. But I'd like to read from verse 1 so that we can see something important. He says, God spoke to Moses, send men to scout out the country of Canaan that I'm giving to the people of Israel. Send one man from each ancestral tribe, each one a tried and true leader in the tribe. Let me read that part again. Send men to scout out the country of Canaan that I'm giving to the people of Israel. Send one man, each from an ancestral tribe, each one tried and true leader in the tribe. This line I just read out here is loaded, is deep. So the place God is sending them to, he had already given to them. So it belongs to you. So that job that you really, really desire to have, that you are yet to apply for, maybe it actually is your job. But guess what? You will never have it until you apply for it. He says, send them to the country I'm giving to them. One man from each ancestral tribe. What does that imply to you? What does it imply to you? So say for instance, one man from each local government or from each state. So that means that you are not, your blessings, whatever dreams and aspirations and goals and visions you have for yourself, is not just for you. It's for an entire generation. Your tribe, people that are looking up to you, people that are coming after you, people around you. So if you succeed, it is not just your success. It is a success of everybody that has something, some line of connection to you. So each time you stop yourself from pursuing your dreams, each time you stop yourself from pursuing your greatest aspirations, just know that you are not stopping yourself, you are stopping generations, even those unborn. And it goes further to say, each one tried and true leader in the tribe. Which means that you may not be eligible to step into that blessing you really, really desire if you are not tried and true. Which literally means if you do not have character, if you are not godly, if you are not a leader. Are you seeing what I'm saying here this morning? And then the chapter goes ahead to describe each of those persons that were sent to Canaan. And let me move fast. Let me move forward and see what Moses said to them. So he said, go up into Negev and into the hills, see what the land is like, whether the people who live there are strong or weak, few or many. What kind of land do we live in? Is it good or bad? The kind of towns they live in, are they walled? Are they fortified? How is the soil? Is it fertile or poor? Are there trees in it or not? Do your best to bring back some of the fruits of the land, because it was the first season of ripe grapes. And then these young men set out. They went to what? They went to spy. They went to check out. In your own case here, you are taking action. You want to achieve a goal. Let me move fast and forward further to the report they gave. Then verse 26 said, they came back to Moses and Aaron and the whole Israelite community at Kadesh in the desert of Paran. There they reported to them and to the whole assembly and showed them the fruits of the land. They gave Moses this account. Listen, we went into the land to which you sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey. In fact, here is the fruit. They brought the fruit back. But the people who live there are powerful, and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw descendants of Anak there. The Amalekites live in Negev, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and Amorites live in the hill country. And the Canaanites live near the sea along the Jordan. Listen to the next thing that happened. Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, I'll say that again. Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, we should go up and take the possession of the land at once, for we certainly can do it. Another translation says, then Caleb interrupted them, and he called for silence before Moses and said, let's go up at once, let's take the land now, because we can do it. These are two different camps. The same set of people were sent, 12 guys. And by the time they returned, they fell into two different categories. Those who believed that they cannot go there and achieve their goal because the inhabitants of the land were giants. And those who believe that, yes, so those inhabitants are giants and all those things, but we can do it. Let us get up now and go. And then the others replied immediately. They said, we can't attack those people. They are way stronger than we are. And they spread scary rumors among the people of Israel. They said, we scouted out the land from one end to the other. It's the land that swallows people. Everybody we saw was huge. We even saw Nephilim giants. Imagine. And we seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes. And we looked the same to them. And we seemed like grasshopper. We looked like grasshopper in our own eyes. And that was how they saw us. Who told them that? Who told them that the inhabitants of the land of Canaan saw them as grasshoppers? But nobody needs to tell you anything. You by yourself are telling yourself how your life is going to turn out every single day. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a grasshopper, or do you see yourself as a lion? How do you see yourself? So one person said, hey, don't worry about what you've seen over there. Let us get up at once and go. The other one said, Omo, those guys, then be giant too. We can't do anything about it. And that is simply the kind of WhatsApp group that a lot of us have joined. The WhatsApp group where only negative information thrives. The group where only things that you cannot do are the things that you are seeing. Only problems. But guess what? That is the reason, or maybe one of the reasons you are where you are. Because if you have had the boldness to pull your weight, to take the bull by the horn and say, this thing, I will do it. If anybody is going to achieve his dreams, I will be the one. If anybody is going to be successful, I will be the one. If anybody is going to have a beautiful marriage, I will be the one. If anybody is going to have a successful business, I will be the one. That understanding, that positive understanding can be the difference between your success and your failure. Can just be the difference in your life. So this morning I'm going to be sharing a few tips that will help you not to be too small in your eyes. Not to be too small in your eyes. I'll be back in a moment. Let me take a little break. You're still listening to the Sunday Praise Show on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and my name is Yemi Adeoye. So what are the things you should do to ensure that you are not too small in your own eyes? Number one, have a vision. What did I say? Have a vision. Have a vision for your life. Have a vision for your life. Your vision is what separates you from the person, from the average human being. Someone who doesn't know where he's going in life. It is your vision. In fact, the Bible says, write your vision plain on tablets so that he that runs may see it. So have a vision for your life. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to be it? What do you want to be? Somebody once said that if you don't have something you are standing for, you're going to fall for anything. So when people say, oh, where are you going to be in 10 years? And some other people would say, why are you bothered about 10 years and all those things? I can tell you for a fact that the person who knows where he's going to be in 10 years, whether he knows how he will get there or he doesn't know it, the fact that you know, you have an idea, you have a conviction about where you are going to be makes all the difference, because your destination would influence your direction. Where you are going to would influence how you move. So right here we're on the International Airport Road, and say for instance I'm going to Lekki, and then I get out of this place and I start driving towards Yanokpaja just because the road is free. I will never get to Lekki in that way. So I'm going to take the right way because I know where I'm going to. So if you do not know where you are going to in life, any way looks like a way to you. So even if you don't know how you get there, at least first off, know where you are going to. Have an idea of where you are going to. Because that is when you can even ask people questions and say, oh, I dey go so place. I beg, how I go take reach there? But imagine someone walks up to you on the road and says, bros, I dey go, I don't even know where I dey go. I beg, show me the way. Won't he appear like a madman to you? You will, right? That is just exactly how we appear when we do not know where we are going to in life. So have a vision. So if you have to pray to God to show you, which is the best way to do it, because he says you should ask him and he will show you great and mighty things. And whichever other way, let me pen down because one day we'll be talking about how to have the right vision or how to know where you're supposed to be in life. Something around that. And we're going to discuss that on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. So have a vision. Know where you are going to in life. Know exactly what you want to do. That is the first step. That is what? That is the first step. When you have conquered that first step, then you can know that you are closer to your destination than other people. That people around you can now help you to achieve your dreams because they know what you want to do. So you want to be a broadcaster, right? And you've told everybody around you that, everybody listen, oh, I want to be the biggest broadcaster in the world. Guess what will happen? From that moment, each time those people see or hear anything that has to do with broadcasting, the first name that will come to their minds will be you. And when there are opportunities, the first person that will come to their mind will be you. Why? Because you know where you are going to. You've shared your vision with them so that they know where you are going to. And as the Bible has said that, so that he that runs may see it, then they can help you achieve your goals. It is very simple, but it is so simple that a lot of us ignore it. We undervalue it. We undervalue it. I'll share a quick research. This was conducted many years ago in the US. I can't remember the exact figures, but they said for students of a certain class, they were asked, those of them who have a vision for their lives, who know where they're going to be, and those who don't know where they're going to be, and then those who, just living life. So the first category are those who know where they want to be and they've written it down. The second category was those who know where they want to be but they've not written it down. And then the third category were those who don't even know where they want to be and they didn't even bother to write anything down. Can I shock you? At the end of the research, many years later, about 30 years I believe, those same set of classmates were assessed again. And guess what? Those 3% that knew where they wanted to be and wrote it down were actually where they wanted to be. Then I think about 17% who knew where they wanted to be but didn't write it down were now also successful. But not as much as those who they knew what they wanted and they wrote it down. And then the larger percentage, about the 80% of those people who, anywhere belle face, they were just there. They didn't really achieve any significant success. So you see the power in writing down your vision and pursuing it versus just knowing it or even not knowing it at all. The book of Joshua says that this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, you shall meditate in it so that you can do according to all that is written in it, and then you will make your way prosperous. So whatsoever that is written down, that you meditate in, because there's the way you write something down and you see it over and over and over again, that you will not be inspired to move in that direction. Because what happens is it goes into your subconscious and then you begin to recognize things that look like where you are going to. that thing that you've written down. In fact, if you want to make it better, don't just write it down. Have a pictorial evidence of it. Place it somewhere you can see it every day. A lot of us carry phones around. And then if you check some people's wallpaper, what you see will just amaze you. You just laugh. That is something you can use to your advantage. Get a picture of what you want to achieve and put it on your wallpaper. Put it on your screensaver. Print it out and paste it at the back of your door. Paste it everywhere you can see it. And you'll be shocked about at what will happen. But that's not even the topic of discussion this morning. We are discussing how you should not be small in your own eyes. Number 2, bite more than you can chew. Yeah, I know. Calm down. Before you bite me, calm down. Yes, I'm saying it, and I'm saying it with my chest. Bite more than you can chew. Do not sit in your comfort zone expecting that things you want to come and meet you there. You have to step out of what is comfortable for you. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to do things the way you have never done before for you to achieve things that you want to achieve. So, you are listening to me now and somebody is thinking, oh, this person is a professional broadcaster. He has been broadcasting for the past 30 years of his life. Hello, newsflash. No, that is not the case. But there was a vision. There was a dream that nobody even knew how it was going to happen. Oh, guess what? The expectations of the righteous shall not be cut short. And when the opportunity came to bite more than I can chew, what did I do? I didn't chicken out. I didn't say, no, I cannot do it, and then run away or go and call someone else. I accepted the opportunity. I embraced it. So if you are being blessed this morning, listening to this program, the Sunday Praise Show, this is a result of somebody biting more than he can chew. I remember the first time I went on air, I was scared. I was nervous. I really was. But I did it anyway. I did it scared. I did it nervous. I didn't mind what was going to happen. Even if I did not do, or even if I flopped, I did not worry about it. I did what? Put on the mic and started talking. Time has passed now, and I now feel comfortable with it. And that's the personal story. So you don't have to be a professional at whatever it is you want to do before you start doing it. In fact, I say to people that the number one proof that you can do anything in life is that you have done it before. So even if you read all the books in the world about what you want to do, say you want to start business, and then you read 100 books about business success and how to build a multi-billion-dollar company and all those things, if you do not start any business, if you don't have anything to sell, if you don't have any service to offer people, nothing is going to happen. You're just going to remain a potential. So you see a lot of people moving around who are potential successful men. But until they do something about what they know. Because you see people say, I know. If not me, especially those of us that watch football matches. Every football match viewer is a coach. And they will say, oh, if for pass and give this one, if for Oga, go and play. Then you know, say this thing no be beans. But if you somehow can overcome that fear and go ahead and do it. Let's move on to number 3. We don't have time. We do not have time this morning. Number 3 is do it now. Do what? Do it now. There is no point postponing to tomorrow what you can do today. Even if you are going to fail at it, do it still. Let it be recorded that at the end of your life, you fall in the category of people who tried and did not succeed than people who did not try at all. Is it not better? Because if you do not do it at all, if you do not ask the questions, if you do not make any attempts, you already have failed at it. So why not increase your chances to succeed by doing what? Attempting it. Because if you attempt it, then it is 50-50. Either you succeed or you don't succeed. But if you do not attempt it at all, you already did not succeed. Are you getting my point? If you do not attempt it at all, you already did not succeed. So tell yourself, I am going to... So that thing that you've been meaning to do, that thing that you've been almost trying to do. Let me share two instances. And I heard this first one from a strong mentor of mine. He said, imagine this scenario. You're an athlete and you want to run over and jump over a high jump. And then you go back, you run, and by the time you get to the pole, you stop. And then you go back again. You do your leg, pra, 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 like the way Rams will do. And you run towards the pole and you get there and you stop. You will never cross that pole by stopping. Never. You want to know how to be able to achieve success? When you get there, don't worry whether you are going to fall or the pole will hit you or you fail. Don't worry about anything. The moment you are approaching it, throw your heart over the pole, your body will follow. So even if you do not get it right the first time, no worry. Try again. Do what? Try again. Try again. And that will lead me to my next point. Before I share the next point, number 4. There's a scene in a movie I really love. In fact, I think that film will pass as my favorite film of all time. And it's titled 3 Idiots. And one of the 3 characters, the 3 idiots, Farhan, I think that's his name. Farhan had in his bag an application he wanted to send to a wildlife photographer for many years, and he never sent the application. Why? Because he was afraid he would be rejected. So he knew what he wanted to do. He had thought about it to the point of writing an application, but Baba never sent it. It was in his bag. Thank God for people around. Thank God for his friends, Raju, and the other one. What's that his name again? Rancho, yes. And then they sent the letter for him. Guess what happened? He was accepted. His application was accepted. This is someone who has kept that application letter in his bag for many years. His application was accepted. What if his friends did not send that letter? What if? He would have remained in that position for the rest of his life. So, do it now. Bite more than you can chew. Bite it. Try it. And do you know the interesting part? When you bite more than you can chew, you are inviting God to help you chew the rest. You are inviting God to help you chew the rest. Number 4, be comfortable with failure. You see, we live in such an environment where we have been made to understand and believe strongly that there is no room for failure. You should not fail at all. So every parent is always saying that when they were in school, oh, they were first. So you, my child, you must be first. Every parent will say that. Well, maybe not every parent, but you get the point. So there is so much pressure and demand on everybody to succeed. So at age 10, you must have done this. At age 20, you must have done this. At age 30, you must have done this. Oga, calm down. The ways you about put it, I like to put it that. He said, Ma wa go ala go sare. No look another person watch, run your own race. It is your race. So do it for yourself. If you succeed, it is primarily for you before every other person. If you fail too, but let me tell you, failure in itself is not failure, because there are two dimensions to failure. There is failure as an event, and there is failure as a person. And in truth, there is nobody who is a failure as a person until you believe that you actually are a failure. So there can be failure as events. So you can try something today, it doesn't work out. That is failure, but it is fine. That is one way not to do it. But don't say because you tried it yesterday, it didn't work, today you go and sleep, you're not going to do it, or you go do something else. Try again. So if you're trying to do business and then every time you attempt it, you fail at it, don't just say, oh, that's all, I'm not doing it again. This thing is not for me, or my village people are after me. No. You've just found one way not to do it. There are thousands and thousands or millions or even tens of other ways to achieve it. So sleep, rest, tomorrow start again. So whether you want to do the same business but changing your strategy, or you want to totally abandon that one and do another business, the point is you are not giving in to failure. You are trying again. So you need to get your mind to the point where you see failure as just an event, not that you as an individual are a failure, because you are not a failure. So if you ask the successful men you can see around you, if you are bold enough to ask them, they will tell you that what they are doing, what you guys know them for, is not the thing that they started first. It may not even be the second or even the 10th. They may have done one too many things before they hit the one who is the thing, which is the thing for them. And I'll say to you that sometimes what you want to do, what you really think you want to do, is not what you are supposed to be doing. However, if you do not do that thing, you will not find what you are supposed to be doing. So that thing that you want to do, or that thing you are doing right now, and you don't feel you are succeeding at it, is the stepping stone to what you are supposed to do. So if you do not start this particular business, if you do not apply for that particular job, if you do not, whatsoever it is you want to do, you may not find what exactly it is you should be doing. You may not. So you have to get to that point in your heart where you know that come what may, I, Yemi Adeoye, I'm not a failure. So if I do this and it doesn't work, that's fine. I'm going to try again. At least I know one way it's not going to work. And you have to imbibe that. You have to imbibe that in you and believe it strongly that I am not a failure. I may have failed at something. I may have had a bad marriage or a bad relationship or run a bad business or even had a bad character, because that's something a lot of people don't talk about. But you can, right from today, change the course of your life. So you can try again and do things differently. But you are not a failure. So don't worry about the things that did not work. Worry about the things that will work. So you keep on doing it and doing it and doing it until it works. So you see a welder hitting metal on one spot. The first time he hits it, he may not see a difference. But if he continues to hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it, then you see a difference. Let me use this analogy. I'm sure everybody understands this. Even though I personally don't agree with the situation where a man approaches a woman and then she starts to do shakara for the next 10 years before she agrees. But guess what? It is also the same principle. So you as a single man, you want to get married to that most beautiful girl in your eyes, because they say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And then you keep on telling her, sending her messages, calling her, making attempts to take her out, showing her what kind of man you can be if she allows you. It's just going to be a matter of time before she agrees to you. If she doesn't agree, no problem. But guess what? You would have given your best shot at it. And then you'd have increased your chance of being successful. We don't have much time, and I'm going to run through the rest. Number 5, watch what you say with your mouth. A lot of Nigerians are guilty here. Watch what you say with your mouth. The power of life and death lies in your tongue. So what you say you would be is what you would be. No village woman or man, no person from your village can change it. So if you think that you are going to be successful, you will be successful. If you say it that you'll be successful, you will be successful. But if you think that you are going to be a failure and you keep on saying, I know if you do this thing, no, I'm not sure I can achieve this goal, you will not achieve that goal. Because you will never rise above the level of your confession. You will never, I can say it to you, you will never rise above the level of your confession. So watch what you say with your mouth. Watch what you say with your mouth. Because every time you open your mouth to talk, you're not just saying anything. You are defining your life. You are defining your life and telling people who you are. And what you tell people you are over and over and over again is what they are going to believe you are. And when they believe this is who you are, that is how they will treat you. And when they treat you that way, you only get results that are commensurate to how you are treated. So when I say that I'm going to be a highly successful man, it is not because I'm successful. It is because I know I'm going to be a highly successful man. And it's just a matter of time before I see that success. So if you say you're going to be a fantastic husband, and you say so much that you believe it, and it goes into your subconscious, it is just going to be a matter of time before you begin to exhibit those character traits that makes you a fantastic husband. In fact, when you begin to say things that are right, positive things with your mouth, what you do also is that you separate people that are negative from yourself. Because when they talk and what they are saying doesn't align with what you have in your heart about yourself, you by default just separate from them because you don't want to hear all those things. So yes, we know things are not working around you. But things are not working around you. Things can begin to work from within you. So don't worry about what is going on around. Because what is going on around is a product of what somebody had said in the past. Somebody had thought about in the past. So if you are not enjoying where you are right now, you maybe have believed in the past that you are not supposed to be successful. Only me. When would I? It may be a product of how you have believed, the words you have said with your mouth, and all those things. So you can start from now and begin to create the future for yourself. Because when you talk, when you open your mouth, you are not only speaking, even your ears are hearing you. And whatever you give your airtime to is what will seep into your heart, seep into your life, and come out of your life. That is how it works. So be careful what you say. Husbands, be careful how you label your wife. Wives, be careful how you label your husband. So as a wife, you say, oh, that foolish man. Auntie, he will never be a wise man. Because you have said he's foolish. So even if to the world he's a wise man, in your own eyes, he's going to be foolish. No matter how great what he does is, because you think he's a foolish man, it is going to appear foolish to you. And when it appears foolish to you, you respond in a foolish way, and then you have a home of foolishness. For you, husband, that you are always talking down on your wife because for the first time she didn't add salt to the soup. She forgot. And you just took her to the cleaners and insulted her, her family, and her generation. I so pity you. Because that woman right there is the person that is supposed to help you fulfill your biggest life vision. And if you have so bastardized her that she has no self-esteem left, no sense of worth left, how will she help you? How? So you should be careful what you say with your mouth, because each time you talk, you are creating things. You are creating things. You are like God, because the Bible says that you were created in his likeness. Let's make man in our own image. So you are created in his likeness. And if the Almighty God had to say something before the world was created, he could have just been thinking about it in his head. He could have just seen light and everything else. And even for man, he could have just created everything, just be thinking about it, and then to be happening. Yes, he's God, he can. But I believe he said something so as to show you the principle of creation. You speak it. So whatsoever you want to see, you say it. Don't just know it. Say it. Keep saying it until you see it. Keep saying it until you see it. Even if things are not going the way you thought it would go at the moment, it is just temporary. Don't stop saying it. Do not stop saying it, because it's going to be a matter of time before you become it. Just a matter of time. I have a few moments to go, and I want to pick calls. I want to listen to you. I want to hear you share stories about how you have been too small in your own eyes and maybe have shortchanged yourself from achieving some form of success, or whatsoever it is that you have done that has brought you success. Because there are so many testimonies of people who will say they saw the application, they were not qualified for it, but they applied it anyway, and guess what? They got the job. Miracle happens when you have faith. Success happens when preparation meets opportunity. Because opportunity is always going around looking for who is prepared for it. I would love to hear from you this morning. The numbers to call is 0700 903 903 903. I repeat, 0700 903 903 903. And if you want to send a WhatsApp message, please send it to 0700 903 903 9. 0700 903 903 9. That's the WhatsApp line. So finally this morning, your association matters. Your association matters. He who keeps company with fools will be a fool. He who sits down with the wise will be wise. So if you have an idea of where you want to be, remember I talked about vision. That was the first thing I said. So the moment you have an idea of where you want to be, find those who are there already. Find those who look like they are going in that direction too, and be around them. And be around them. You'll be shocked how they would influence you. How they would influence your life. In fact, a wise man once said that 2 things would determine where you'd be in 5 years. The kind of books you read, and 2, the kind of friends you keep. Do you understand that? The kind of friends you keep, your association. 1 Corinthians said, do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good morals. Bad company corrupts good manners, good morals. I don't know what's wrong with our line today. A couple of calls are trying to come in. Let me just restart the phone. Let's see if maybe it's network or okay. So please call us. I'm restarting the device now, and please call in the next 60 seconds, I believe. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. So be careful the kind of people you stay around, because they would influence you. Yorùbá will say, olówó kan láàrin òtòṣì mẹ́fà, òtòṣì lòun náà. And that means a rich man. Sorry about that. So that means a rich man amongst 6 poor men is also a poor man. Am I saying don't move with people who are not up to you? No. But you need to understand that there are different levels of friendship. There is the vertical level of friendship and there is the horizontal level of friendship. So yes, it's important that you are friends with people at your level. It is very important. But it's also important that you are friends with people that are above you, because they will pull you up. They will pull you up. It's a principle and we need to understand it. Please do call 0700 903 903 903. So being too small, not being too small in your eyes, is you also mixing with people who are going in similar direction. And don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not feel intimidated. Oh, they'll make jest of me. They will laugh at me. Ngwanu, let them laugh at you. It's their laughter. It's not your laughter. Because 5-10 years from now, when you begin to succeed in all you do, they won't laugh at you anymore. Nobody will even remember that somebody laughed at you. And even if they laugh at you, you know they stick for body. You know they stick for body. Let's answer this call. Hello, good morning. Please turn down your radio sets. Good morning. Who's this? All right. Please do turn down your radio set before you call, so that we here can enjoy your call and those at home also. Ambassador Musbah, good morning, sir.
Hey, God bless you, my brother.
God bless you too. How are you?
VOP 90.3 is the station.
Yes. Voice of the people.
Yeah, to me, I understand you very well. I hope most youth are listening to you. Be a lady, be a girl, or be a man, be a boy. Listening to you right now, they will have one or two things to benefit.
Yes.
From what you are doing right now. Because when society is good, it's going to be for every one of us.
Absolutely.
And we are the ones that pollute the society.
Absolutely.
Many homes have been destroyed because they cannot accept the mistake, cannot say sorry. Like what you just said right now. I'm not home are listening right now. Because to me, I find that when someone comes to me that I have a job and asks me, do you have anything to offer? There's one thing for you to do for a job. And for one thing, other thing for you to have something to offer, because who employ you must start to benefit something for you, and you give and take.
Absolutely.
So most of guys that have nothing, to me, there's no spirit of serving humanity in them anymore. People want to work. You don't consider the way you want to work to make it great. You think about yourself making money. The employer and employee, we have a duty. Sometimes I put a symbol that I say I need someone that can drive, that can have a computer literate. Hundreds of them don't have computer literate. But why can't you go and learn more? You have to continue learning, have more knowledge, so it go boost your stay.
Absolutely.
I'm not go to company to go and just serve. I'm here to just serve without collecting money. When you get to a company to serve, open many doors for you.
Absolutely.
I love I'm a Boy Scout. You can't find a Boy Scout around anymore. Because when you get a Boy Scout, you open your way, open your ear, open your opportunity for you. They want to start all this money. I hope they're listening. Hope they're listening.
Thank you very
So
much,
when
Apostle.
when the community is better, it's better for every one of us.
Yes.
God bless your station. God bless you for this patient talk.
Amen. Amen. God bless
Glory
you.
to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling Ambassador Musbao. That is it right there. Amos 3:3 says, can two walk unless they agree? Can two walk unless they agree? We must learn how to find the right people who are going in our directions and we go together. Because if you want to go very fast, go alone. However, if you want to go very far, go with people. Go with people. The numbers to call is 0700 903 903 903. And if you want to send us a WhatsApp message, the number is 0700 903 903 9. Let's take a music break. You're still listening to the Sunday Praise Show right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And my name is Yemi Adioye. Reduce the volume of your radio set.
All right, good morning.
Who is this and where are you coming from?
Yeah, my name is Akim. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Akim, good morning. Good morning. Please share with us.
Yeah, I joined your program early and I really enjoy all your analysis. But first, I would like to pick something from the last caller about some people who are not ready to work.
Okay.
I discovered that some people are ready to work, but they lack this starter. That they don't know, they need somebody to snap them up. When they snap them up, they pick it up from there. Not everybody are not ready to work. Because, I mean, a lot of people are depressed. They lost focus because of long time absence from work. So once they got it, and then they get something, do it this way. When they do it this way, boom, it just, continue
doing it.
swearing. So I observed that. And then secondly, in writing out your vision, what you want to become, what you want to achieve, I'm telling you, I'm a lifetime experience of the living experience.
Please share with us. How did it happen
Yeah,
for you?
I remember in 2008,
Okay.
I finished service and I just got a job, 35,000 naira job. Honestly, I don't know what comes over me. I just wrote down about 9 points what I want to achieve. Honestly, as a young man still living with the parent, okay, I want to get my accommodation.
Okay.
I want to get married. I want to buy gadgets. I want to build my own house. I want to buy my own car. I'm telling you, I put date on this.
Fantastic.
I achieved everything. Out of all the 9 things that I put down, is only Hajj to go for Mecca.
Wow.
That I've not that I don't have the money.
Wow.
I have the money, but business keep coming. Business is coming. A lot. So I've achieved everything. I've built my own house. I've married, do everything. So I built 2 houses.
Let me ring the bell of blessing for you. Kim, this is a testimony of the fact that whatsoever you write down and you set a date to will come to pass.
Honestly, I've seen it. I've seen it, and I saw the paper yesterday. I know on Friday where I wrote, so I still have this paper inside my Quran.
Wow.
I just look at it, okay, and this one, and I walk towards it. The last one, I'll walk towards it. So if you can pen it down and then you follow, I mean, it's going to be. And then secondly, about the people you move with, it's very, very important. When I joined the company that I worked for in 2008, we are about 7 new staff there.
Okay.
We met only 2 old staff.
Okay.
I was just watching. And then I just, approached one of the guys. Guy, how are you guys living with this 35,000 salary? Is there any other also you guys are doing this and this? Because Akim, don't worry, nothing. Second week, I went to meet the guy again. Because he was always on phone doing something. I think there's nothing. About 3 or 4 times, I say, Akim, you are the only one that has eyes to see. And then you will eat. This is how this guy showed me, okay, you can make small this. What you don't need, just to keep a contact. In short, when I started this thing, boom, I was just cruising. So it's so easy like this. So I moved with this guy. When this guy was resigning, he asked him who will succeed you to be the manager of this. The guy said nobody can do it except Akim.
Wow.
Nobody can do it except. And then when I'm leaving that company, the person he contacted me with, the guy, one of our boss was even leaving that company, and I was leaving the company and go to a bigger international company. I just said, boss, I'm your loyal servant, so I would like to come and join you. Just say you are welcome. I just left the company when I'm that big international company.
God bless you.
So the people you move with really determine where you are going to be in life.
Thank you very much.
And then you have to be stay focused.
Yes.
And then there's one other thing again. If you are doing something, the same thing every time on, switching strategy. If you change strategy, I am sure you are going to get it.
God bless you, Akim. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You've heard it from Akim this morning. He is a testimony of the fact that your association does matter. Your association does matter. He will keep company with fools. Cannot be wise. Please do call us this morning and share with us how these steps I've highlighted this morning has impacted your life, experiences you've had. The number again is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, this is Ambassador again.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed the last caller very well.
Okay.
For me, look, I have an center here where I train people.
Okay.
After calling them to give them to teach them minutes, they will ask you for money. You ask them for any couple. Just come and get the knowledge. I get the center myself with my effort to train them. When I say, is there anything to share? When you want to give someone hope, and this person is not ready to listen, what will you do? So much, as I'm speaking right now, you open opportunity for anybody. If you know you can drive and have a computer literate, call this station now. I'll give you automatic employment.
Oh wow! Thank you.
So that is it. People are not ready. They're not ready. And some others who are ready have no opportunity. That's why we're here. We want to give that to people, assist, but they are not ready.
Thank you.
They're not ready. What will you do?
So let me respond to that. We are in a culture here that has so encouraged deprivation. A lot of people are deprived. People do not believe that they can be anything. So any opportunity they get, they're always looking out for what can I get? Because they don't even know where the next meal is going to come from. And it goes even to our politics. So you see someone go to a political office, someone who's supposed to be a public servant, and then his job there is to go and take all the money that he can take because he's afraid of what will happen to him when he lives there. But if you know that life is not about what you take, but what you give, then they will not do that. So for those of them who they come to you, you've trained them free of charge and they're asking you for something, what I would say is talk to them. The moment they have a change of mindset, when they understand that what you have given them, the intangible wealth you've dropped in their hands can change the rest of their life, they will do differently. So please just encourage them. I understand it. People would come, you want to teach them something, rather they want to collect money. Just give me money, let me go and eat. You finish that money, you finish that food. But what will happen afterwards? So it's our job to do what? To keep on passing the right information. And it's like taking your bath. The fact that you took your bath this morning doesn't mean at night or tomorrow morning you should not take your bath again. You have to keep on doing it and doing it. Do not let these things get out of your eyes. That's what the Bible says. And until the point where they now believe it to be their reality. Thank you very much, Ambassador. God bless you. God bless you. So I do not blame people sometimes when all they want to do is get all they can all they get, and sit on the can so no one else has access. They have been so used to deprivation. They have. So any opportunity they get is to get all they can quickly because they don't know when to close. Let's receive this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Abdulatif, calling you from Machine.
Abdulatif, let's hear you this morning.
God will bless your station and use all your family.
Amen.
I really enjoy the program.
God bless you.
But what I'm looking at is that I read marine engineering in my handy in Yabatek.
Okay.
Now the first set marine engineering.
Okay.
After that, I now went to Maritime Academic School for a professional courses at Ikoyi, around that ESCC road side.
Okay.
After I've done everything, we now went to Port Harcourt for a job. Some oil companies, they didn't accept us. We now came back to Lagos and went to NPE, Nigeria Port Authority.
Okay.
After submitted the application, they are now telling us that, oh, you guys, does your father have any ship on the boat that you guys went to go and get marine engineering? I feel displeased that what sort of countries is this? We pay a lot of money for a course, do professional courses, and now we submitted application. People are telling us that we did not even encourage us that we should be keeping coming. When the job is, you call us, you just scattered everything. That I cried that very day that is this how this ambition we had in this country? I feel discouraged, sir. Till date, I did not even make attempt to go any oil company, any shipping company to submit application until when I just heard this your program now that I'm now rethinking what to do. I'm feel discouraged. In that time, since 2016.
Wow. Please do not feel discouraged. You are not a failure as a person. Failure can be an event. It is just like you trying to cook something as little as noodles, and then you did not put the seasoning in it and it doesn't taste good. It doesn't mean you don't know how to cook anymore. It's just that particular one, you did not do it well. So you as an individual are a success. But that event of you trying to get a job and it did not work well is just an occurrence that did not work well. Try again. Try another strategy. Just try again. Because the more you try, the more you increase your chances of achieving success. God bless you. Please do call us again and share your story with us. God bless you.
Thank you.
That's interesting. Imagine spending so much money and then someone says such demeaning things to you. Let's receive another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who's this and where you're calling from?
Yes. Akumada from Yemi.
Okay, let's hear your thoughts, please.
Yeah, the award you bring this morning touched me. Because I can use myself as an example. There one time I have problem in my business. I'm a businessman. So I started this. I don't even the problem come like this. I don't know how where to start. But I decided that I cannot tell any person. I just told my wife noticed by where he's taking money, he's losing money there again.
Yeah.
Because I didn't, since I married my wife, I didn't give him money cash. He go to where I keep money and take money. So he went there and began to look for money. You know, they see money. And the kind of money when you see there, you know, they see at all. So I begin to look for work. So one day, I just come house, I told my wife that I have a job. It's a week of job. I said I work, I don't get work, but the salary is 21,000 naira. You know what my wife told me? He said 21,000 naira used to eat in a week.
Wow.
He used to enter market, go and eat. He said the word, I didn't reply how. I just keep quiet. I carry my bag and start to work immediately. And the work. Later on, I begin to do two shifting. After I close this company, I go to another company, start there. Because I work 24 hours, you go out and get rest. The following day, you come again. But I decided to, instead I will just stay and mingle with other friends. I started working two shifting. From there today, if I can be able to, that's somebody 100,000 naira, it be like that person 100 naira.
Wow. Hallelujah.
I go back to my business.
God bless you.
So sometimes friends, that's why I don't believe in friends. There are some friends who will tell you, if I told friends, see what I want to do, see the camera, they can deceive me. They can deceive me, put me say, no, why I could do that can work? Why I go do that can work? Why I go to pay me 20? You hold me, go pay 21,000. You hold me without 1 naira. So sometimes friends, that's why I don't believe in friends. I believe personal me. What is in me? What I want to plan? What I plan? What is my plan? What is my future? So that's some people have problem with lot of when they want to do something, they and tell their friends. Okay, my friends, don't do that and don't do that. And that is spoil many things in this country.
You're right.
That's why I love their program this month. God bless you people.
Thank you.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you. God bless you. Thanks. Wow, interesting. Friends. I'm sure one Sunday, we'll dedicate the time to talking about friends. Okay, Ambassador Musba is calling us.
Please. I mean, hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Let the caller before the last caller called me. Let me say this. How do I get in touch with it?
Okay. All right.
And at the grace of God, he is going to smile.
Amen.
At the grace of power of the VOP and power of Almighty God.
God bless you, Ambassador
Please, I'm expecting that guy. Let that guy call and drop his number and have the policy. Kudos to the last caller. I drop my heart for the last caller.
Yes.
That's the problem. I'm happy for him. That guy is an inspiration. The last caller, honestly speaking.
He's an inspiration. Absolutely. His story is inspiring. From having a lot to not having enough, to taking the job of 21,000 and then being able to give 100,000 away as if he's giving 100 naira. That is the story. That is inspiring. Please, the last two callers, please do send us a message on WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. I would love to connect you with Ambassador Musbao. You see what can happen? Just by opening your mouth to say something, God can change your story. Please do send me a WhatsApp message and I'll be able to connect you with Ambassador Musbao.